flashes. All I ask, however, is that we do not stand to take any photos, or preferably if we do not stand at all during the presentation. So if you could please remain seated. Flash photography is okay, but if you're going to video, do make sure that you keep the flash off of that. Just with the constant blaring lights, it does get extremely distracting, especially when I have the gold. And we'll save any questions or comments right to the end if I haven't covered anything. So what we are doing is pouring 200 troy ounces of gold into this cast iron mold. Now what that's in right now is one of these. This is what we call a pot or a crucible. This is made out of a mixture of clay and graphite and can withstand temperatures of 1,600 degrees Celsius. They cost us about $110, but they only last 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they look a little worse for wear. A bit more like this. But we don't just throw them out. After 2 weeks of having gold in them, little specks of gold will get stuck all to the inside of the pots. So we send them off to the Perth refinery, which is over at the Perth International Airport. We get them crushed down and we can usually recover about $200 worth of gold each pot. Now what that's in right now is our natural gas-fired furnace. That's blazing at about 1,200 degrees Celsius right now, and gold melts at 1,064. So that little bit of leeway there, that is what gives me the time to get it out and start pouring it before it turns solid. But it does only maybe give me about 90 seconds, so it is pretty fast work. Now this room here, this is the original melt house of the Perth Mint. Back in 1899 when we opened, we started pouring gold and did so until 1990. But back in those days, however, there wasn't just one furnace, there was 15 going at once. So we would often exceed temperatures in this room of over 57 degrees Celsius. If you see the holes in the back of the wall down here, they're where the old exhaust flumes used to be. Now back in those days, we would be using coke-fired furnaces, so there would be a lot of coal coming in and out. So when we got rid of all those other furnaces, we didn't just do it for everyone's convenience. We applied the same logic that we did to the pots. Because if you can get $200 out of one of these after only 2 weeks, then surely there's something in the furnaces after 90 years. It's pretty sound logic. They ended up recovering about $250,000 worth of gold. So when we started to bring tourists in, we thought this room got a little bit dirty over that time. So we got an apprentice. We popped him in a hoist, sent him up into the ceiling with a thin wire brush, and we told him to start scraping. Now it took him about a week's time to clean the entire thing. He did get very dirty, but he also recovered about $20,000 worth of gold. And that's just in the soot that hit the ceiling. So what I have to wear for this is incredibly protective, because this is very dangerous work, and I am very brave to be doing it. So if you could please all keep that in mind, how brave I am. So we start off with our steel-capped boots. We pop these spats over the top, denim jeans, these special synthetic pro-band material shirts. Our aprons are made out of 3 layers. The top layer here is a layer of aluminium. The bottom layer is a layer of merino wool. And on the inside is a layer of something called Kevlar. Some of you may know Kevlar is what's used in bulletproof vests, say the space industry, race cars, things like that. Back in the old days, however, they weren't as lucky. All they had was one thin leather apron, which is on display outside next to the vault. From there, they thought they'd try to fix the situation, really try to help everyone. So they gave them all asbestos clothing, which was very good for the heat, but garbage for your health. So I'll put my helmet on, and I'll run you through what we're about to do. So in just a moment, I'll turn off the lights and furnace, and I'll open the lid with this metal arm here. I'll grab my lifting tongs, reach in, grab the crucible, pop it right up. From there, like I said, it is pretty fast work. So I've got to grab my pouring tongs. These ones are a little bit different. They have the solid metal back and a little hook at the top there. That's what gives me the leverage while I'm pouring so it doesn't spill everywhere. And once we have poured that into the cast iron mold, we'll be able to count it down, going from liquid to a solid. It happens that quickly. I'll pop it out onto this tray and I'll show you all a bar of gold. You ready for that? Yeah. Great, let's get started. Now those gloves are now getting very hot, so I'll move over to my blue leather gloves. They'll give me a little bit more room for movement. I'll be able to start counting this down. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here it is. Now if you want my advice, don't touch it, because something like this would happen. Which I don't recommend, but it does look really cool, so I'll do it one more time. So I'll pop that in the water and we'll let that cool down. Now this bar of gold here, this has been here longer than I have. Now, when I say that, I don't mean working here. I mean this is the same bar of gold that we have been melting and remelting since 1993. So it's a year older than I am. But through all those years, it hasn't lost any purity, it hasn't gained any purity. It's basically like ice. You melt it down into water, you refreeze it, all the properties stay the same. We melt this bar 49 times a week. So 49 times a week since 1993 is over 50,000 gold pours that this bar's gone through. Now we calculate that we've lost the entire weight of this bar once in its life. That is just through little bits of gold getting stuck into the crucibles, which we then crush down and melt back into this bar, so it's all been the same gold. And what we're cooling it down in here is just regular tap water. We filled this up maybe about a week ago, and there's nothing special that has been added in to help cool it down. Alright, so that was about 90 seconds to 2 minutes ago. We saw it was still in liquid form and still about 1,200 degrees Celsius. But now it looks more like this. I'm kidding, it's cold. So I'll dry that off. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you one golden bar. Now this here is about 200 troy ounces, which is about 6 kilos, and as of say yesterday's gold price, about $330,000 worth of gold that I'm just waving above my head. Now this isn't a finished gold bar, of course. The finished bars you'll be able to see outside in the vault. Now the finished bars will have the Perth Mint seal, which is the swan. It'll have the weight, the purity, and a special serial number all stamped in. Without those stamps, however, if you did come and try to take this right now, you wouldn't be able to do anything with it. They act as a sort of receipt or certificate, so without them it is quite obvious that it is stolen gold. Now the next step for me is to just pop this back into the crucible, then into the furnace, and it will melt all the way back down in about, say, 20 minutes. At 20 past, there's a video that plays outside in the vault on gold stealing in Australia.